The judgment in Common Cause vs. Union of India, delivered on March 9, 2018, is a landmark Supreme Court decision that affirmed the right to die with dignity as an inseparable part of the fundamental right to life under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. The court also legalized passive euthanasia and provided a legal framework for living wills or advance medical directives. Reference. Case citation. Common Cause, a rugged Society, vs. Union of India, Air 2018 South Carolina 1665. Coram. The judgment was delivered by a five-judge constitution bench comprising Chief Justice Deepak Misra, Justice A.K. Sikri, Justice A.M. Khanwilkar, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, and Justice Ashok Bhushan. Subject facts. The case arose from a public interest litigation, PIL, filed by the NGO, Common Cause. The petition sought a ruling that the right to live with dignity, under Article 21 includes the right to die with dignity. The petitioner argued that a person who is terminally ill or in an irreversible vegetative state should have the right to refuse medical treatment that merely prolongs their suffering. They also asked the court to lay down a legal procedure for the execution and implementation of a living will or an advance medical directive, which would allow a person to specify their wishes for end-of-life care in advance. Records and wording of the judgment. The Supreme Court's 538-page judgment is a detailed philosophical and legal treatise on life, death, and human autonomy. The court drew upon international jurisprudence and past Indian judgments, particularly the Aruna Shanbag case, 2011, which had cautiously allowed passive euthanasia in her specific case under strict supervision. The judgment stated that a dignified life includes a dignified death, and that the right of a person to die with dignity has been recognized as a part of the fundamental right to life and liberty under Article 21. It made a clear distinction between the two types of euthanasia. Passive euthanasia involves the withdrawal or withholding of life-sustaining treatment, such as removing a patient from a ventilator or stopping artificial nutrition. The court held this to be legally permissible. Active euthanasia involves a deliberate act to end a patient's life, such as administering a lethal injection. This remains illegal and is considered a criminal offense. The court's decision was centered on the concept of bodily integrity and self-determination. It held that a person has the right to decide what happens to their body, including the right to refuse medical treatment, even if that refusal leads to death. Principles of law laid down. The judgment established the following key principles. Right to die with dignity. The court held that the right to die with dignity is an inherent aspect of the right to life under Article 21. This landmark pronouncement fundamentally changed the legal and ethical landscape of end-of-life care in India. Legal validity of living wills. The court gave legal sanction to advance medical directives, living wills. These documents allow an adult of sound mind to make an informed choice about refusing medical treatment in the future, should they become terminally ill or unable to make a decision. Guidelines for implementation. To prevent the misuse of passive euthanasia and living wills, the court issued a set of rigorous guidelines. These included: the living will must be in writing and signed by the patient in the presence of two witnesses and a judicial magistrate of the first class, JMFC. The implementation of the will would require the formation of a primary medical board and a secondary medical board to confirm the patient's terminal condition and the genuineness of the directive. These guidelines were later simplified by a five-judge bench in a 2023 ruling, recognizing the initial process was overly cumbersome. However, the core principles of the 2018 judgment, particularly the recognition of the right to die with dignity and the validity of living wills, remain intact.